Hi and welcome to The Zone. This is the Fantasy Football Zone, your home for everything fantasy football. My name is Dennis Musa.
The ideal guy, Mark Leon Cavalli.
And I'm Manuel Lihondo. For all the fantasy football fans,
This is the show for you. And here's what we have lined up on our show for you today. As usual, we have some hot topic discussion coming your way. We'll be looking at the potential KDB replacements, Jamie Vardy replacements, and so much more. Also, watch out for the differential segment, captain picks, and all that. Stay tuned.
And just before we even go on with the show, we'd love to just say thank you to each and every one of you who supported us this far. I mean, we just love the interactions through our social media platforms. Yeah, and we encourage you, if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to get notice whenever new videos are uploaded. And we're interested in having you actually part of this FFZ family.
All right, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on this week's episode. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Great after this double game week.
Yeah, auto me preempt.
Yeah.
First of all, before we dive into double game week is very much part of the hot topics, right? How was double game week for you guys?
personally for me, man, fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Final. Yes.
How many points did you score?
82 points.
That's
after
not
taking a
fantastic.
minus 8. Well, for me, it was fantastic considering how I was doing before.
Okay,
Yeah.
but then you didn't use any chip in terms of
no
triple
chips.
captain or bench boost.
No chips.
Okay, I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Given many people averaged 100.
And I took a hit, so.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Kabale, I know you used your bench boost.
Yeah.
Did it work or did it fail?
It partially worked, especially because I think the first game Johnston was isolated.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason.
COVID reason.
And of course now that there was a 0 somewhere there. You played the second game.
Yeah.
So
Your bench totaled how many points?
My bench, I think, got me about 25 points probably.
Not bad.
And at the time of recording, Wilson is still yet to play. So yeah.
Atapata two. So.
Yeah. But the double game week in totality
Yeah.
was good, except my captain. I mean, I got 101 points before, of course, Grealish and Wilson playing.
Yeah.
And but the captain got me 4 points. That is Salah.
What did you captain?
Salah. Goodness.
Salah is a topic on his Let's not even go there.
But it was good.
Okay, but at least you
Green
the
arrows.
100 mark.
Green
You hit the
arrows.
100 mark.
Green arrows.
We are celebrating green arrows all the way. 2021 came in with the goodies.
Yeah.
My double game week was also very interesting. 86 points. Took a -8 hit. Did not use any of my chips. And I'm still floating. Green arrows. So I'm happy. My standard performer was, of course, Mikel Antonio.
Well,
I fell short of captaining him.
Yeah.
But all the same, I'm proud of that performance.
Yeah, the standard performer, and mine was Stones.
Yeah,
Stones.
Stones.
I enjoyed the Stones piece. Yeah.
Having those Man City defenders
Goodness.
was definitely a masterstroke.
I mean, Cancelo is a disappointing one, I think.
Yeah. It's not.
Although,
it's a rotation.
in the second game,
Yeah.
the clean sheet, so it wasn't really that bad.
Yeah.
All right. So double game week is done.
Yeah.
We are yet to see. The conversation is that there might not be another double game week, or there's a possibility of maybe one. So let's wait and see if we'll get another opportunity for something like this, right? Okay, the other hot topic we are talking about is Kevin De Bruyne got injured.
Yeah.
He's a casualty of the double game week.
Yeah.
Actually, he underwhelmed. His performance
so
was
many people triple
underwhelming.
captain.
Only an assist, and a lot of people even used the triple captain chips on him. And he got an injury.
That's right.
And now we are faced with the situation of having to look for Kevin De Bruyne replacements, right?
Considering he was also part of most transferred in for this game.
Yeah.
For the next game.
Yeah.
20.
So what do you make of that? Kevin De Bruyne replacements.
Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, first of all, you would love to obviously probably look at City again.
Yeah.
And
because their fixtures, especially,
the fixtures are just looking good. Of course,
watering,
over the next, I think, 4 or 5 game weeks. So well, you could look at City, either Gundogan or the likes of Foden, who are actually over half his price. You know, so I think probably for me it could be one of them. If especially you're looking to stick with the City midfield. Yeah, and again, you know, you can't go wrong with probably Gundogan who's on penalties. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a case for Raheem Sterling as a Kevin De Bruyne
I
replacement?
think I'm the wrong person to ask that question. I brought him in for my black game 18.
Yeah.
And
he
missed the
blanked out.
penalty. He missed the penalty, man.
Goodness.
Although, I think he's in form.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like Raheem Sterling at this point is like he divides opinion in the sense that he has the potential. He gets into those positions, but then he's just hit or miss, and you don't know what version of him you're gonna get. It's like a 50-50 divide between him scoring a brace and him, you know, totally having a
and at this point in the
terrible
season,
game.
At this point in the season, you don't want to have a 50-50 player. Especially of that price caliber. That is too much to pay for.
I think right now, if it's a City midfielder, maybe Foden is a safe.
Foden was a menace for that second game in the double game week. Hey,
I feel like
it was a proper problem.
That's right.
Okay, options outside Man City. Right.
Could look at
Grealish has a potential. Grealish has been quiet of late, to be honest.
Usually the pass behind the assist. He's just creating the chances.
But also Villa in general have just been out of form. They're not really performing at their optimum at this point in time. But Grealish definitely is a player of the caliber that on his day he will do something special.
It's very interesting. Watkins is actually just missing a lot of the chances. Grealish is, I mean, so far in the season has created over 70 chances. You know, so far, and he's actually the highest up there
in terms of chances
created with the likes of Bruno. You know, up there. So definitely, and he's 7.7. You know, you can't go wrong, especially, and he's a regular.
Definitely. Okay, Jack Grealish with a very good shout. A controversial player. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He would be a direct swap for Kevin De Bruyne. Do you think his performance of late warrants any attention? He has scored three goals? Three goals in 3 matches.
If you're counting the FA Cup.
And he actually missed a hat-trick, so to speak, in that
well, he had to go and handle other affairs in the league. However, you know, I've been at the start of the season as an Oba faithful. However, I can advise Oba at his price point, but again, also Arsenal fixtures don't look really good coming up. Of course, they have, I think, about 3 home games in the next 4. But it's still a bit too early for Oba, especially that price point. He's not as consistent. I think consistency first
is everything.
Then you can consider Oba in that bracket.
I think with Oba this season, it's like the same case with Sterling. He's missing so many chances scoring.
And he's not as sharp as he usually is. I don't know. We can blame it on many things, but okay. So Oba not so much. So at this point, I guess the direct person that we're vouching for is either Jack Grealish or Foden or Ilkay Gundogan.
Look at Maddison maybe. In along those lines, probably.
Okay, possibly. The other player you've mentioned, Maddison. Leicester has an injury concern as well. Jamie Vardy is out injured. Also, a lot of us brought him in for the double game week. He underperformed as well. So we are looking for also replacements for Jamie Vardy. And in that striking option, to be honest, the options are so little. So who do you think?
I think those people who don't own Hurricane, maybe it's time.
Is there someone who doesn't know Hurricane?
Actually, I've not owned Hurricane.
He doesn't own Hurricane.
But you, okay.
Maybe it's time.
But I've never also owned Vardy.
Jamie Vardy. So you're not to contribute to this discussion. But you mentioned Oli Watkins. He's getting all the chances. Grealish is supplying him with the balls. But for some reason, he's just not finishing them. But he would be a good value option.
Cheap.
Let's look at another one called Patrick Bamford, who at this point in time, we don't even know what to say about him. Actually, the entire Leeds team,
That's
they've
right.
gone, you know, a
Actually,
gear down.
a lot down. And Patrick Bamford is. However, it's interesting. His price increased this week. I don't even know how.
Yeah.
You know, why are people still being
Maybe people are foreseeing something.
Yeah,
A
but
revival.
Yeah.
You know, they are facing a Newcastle side which they beat 5-2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Their first leg.
Okay, but then that would be a possible shout for a Bamford case, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Although he only scored 1 goal, so
Yeah.
I don't know how much of a case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Danny Ings is back.
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings is back.
Yeah.
Against
He's
Arsenal.
fit. He's also a very good option
That's
as a Vardy replacement.
Yeah.
Danny Ings is always reliable.
No, he is.
He's on penalties.
He is.
I think he's perhaps the safest bet
I
in
don't
terms
know.
of for
But
whoever had Vardy. It's actually a straight swap,
Yeah.
and you save maybe 1 million.
About 1 or 2 million.
Yeah. You mentioned Lacazette.
Yeah.
The problem with Lacazette is the issue of minutes. Of course, of late in the leagues, he's been getting
He's been
starts.
consistent.
Yeah, but then also we're not too sure, and he mentioned the issue about fixtures.
Yeah.
So they don't really favor him that much.
That's
right.
But for the brave ones, it's definitely one to look at.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the most informed players in the league right now in terms of scoring. Okay, so basically those are our hot topics. Kevin De Bruyne potential replacements, Jamie Vardy potential replacements. Engage with us on our comment section. Let us know what you think about those players that we've highlighted as possible candidates to replace these players. Awesome. And welcome to our differential segment, guys. So at this point in time, to be honest, differential has been what can we say? The Achilles heel of our season, in the sense that if you miss out on a good differential option,
Yeah.
basically your game week is
It's
done.
done.
And we saw that in the double game week. For example, Stones.
Yeah.
Perfect differential option. And I guess only Kabale benefited, you know, from
7 points.
Yeah. So you can see another differential option was actually Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
You know, forgot
Captain.
Who I had
18
as well.
points. Yeah. So differential is perhaps at this point in time the segment that will either make or break your season at
That's
this
right,
point in
that's
time,
right.
right? So when we're looking at game week 20,
Mm.
which players stand out as potential differential options? We can start with you.
Okay, so I'm going to highlight Ilkay Gundogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.5 million.
Mm.
Now that Kevin De Bruyne is injured,
Yeah.
they're going to need someone to step up for those goals.
Mm.
Yeah, he has 5 goals contributions
Yeah.
in the last I think 4 games.
4 games.
Yeah,
And it's funny because he plays a bit farther back,
yeah.
but then he arrives in the box
Late.
just in time, you know, to finish those cutbacks.
Mm.
But I don't know. For me, to be honest, I feel skeptical about Gundogan.
But I think even in game week 18,
Yeah.
people felt the same way, and he ended up punishing them.
For sure.
Of late, Gundogan has been looking really sharp. I
Yeah.
think, and even just listening to Pep in his post-match, pre-match interviews, he's just looking at talking about how deadly Gundogan is in the box actually. And now again, KDB is no longer there, so I mean he's not there for a few weeks. That means he's on penalties as well.
Yeah.
Gundogan, because he scored a penalty just against Aston Villa just the other week. So I think he's a good shout. I think in the last 7 game weeks he hasn't blanked as well, and
He's only blanked in
yeah,
2.
yeah, and consistency is also another thing, because again you're also not certain as well about Foden's playing. If you're looking now on the other side of Manchester City, you know, but you
Or in terms of rotation.
game time. But game time, Gundogan is getting a lot of game time, and especially now that KDB is out.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely Gundogan is for me. I've gone the Foden way. In that last fixture, to be honest, I was really fascinated by how Foden was dominating the possession. And if Guardiola was watching that match, I think Foden is the first name in that sheet. But Gundogan as well was popping in with the shots.
Yeah.
And I guess for the brave ones, that's why they are called differentials, because not everyone goes for them.
That's right.
But yeah, so Ilkay Gundogan on penalties, that's a big plus. And then his stats in the last 3 or 4 games speak for themselves.
That's right.
Definitely Gundogan is a good option for us. The other player that we're looking at as a potential differential.
Yeah, we just talked about him previously, and that is James Maddison.
Yeah.
And Maddison is actually looking good. He's 7.1 M
Yeah.
as well. And again, He's at 7.1% as well
Ownership,
so
yeah.
far. So if you're looking for a differential, especially in that Leicester team that has some good fixtures at the moment, I think we have Everton coming up next and Leeds at home and Fulham away. I mean, Maddison doesn't go far than that. Now that Vardy is injured, I'm not certain because Iheanacho is then he's going to play a bit more at the moment. Yeah. So I'm not sure if he's going to be the one who's going to convert some of those chances or be able to link well with Harvey Barnes and Maddison. Yeah. I'm not certain about that combination. However, Maddison is looking really good. He's on form.
Yeah, he's on form. He's playing the best football of his life in terms of this season especially. He's had some injury breaks.
He's coming back from injury.
Yeah, he's not had a really good season so far. So it's good that Maddison is finally enjoying his football. And it's paying off. You can see his numbers in the last 3 game weeks. 1 double-digit haul, 10 points, 8 points, 9 points. You know, the guy is bringing in the goods.
That's right.
And his set piece delivery. Let's not forget that. He's also deadly on the set piece. The free kicks.
Remember, Soyuncu's back, so as well conversion.
Release that. That's a problem.
Who's Soyuncu?
In that debate, of course. However, you know, I mean, they're good in the air. Leicester's got a bit of aerial, set piece goals. So,
Okay, so basically those are the 2 players that are standing out as we head towards game week 20. James Maddison, Leicester midfielder, and Ilkay Gundogan, Manchester City midfielders. Again, we invite you to engage with us on our comment section. Let us know what you think about these 2 players as potential differentials for game week 20. Alright, thank you so much for staying tuned. On to our feature match segment. For game week 20, a lot of fixtures look interesting. A lot of matches look interesting. We have Arsenal Southampton. Should be an entertaining match. And which other one? Before we mention our fixture match.
I mean, we have I think a really interesting match is Southampton Arsenal.
Yeah.
Chelsea Wolves. That's a nice.
But then that's a big game for Lampard. It's a very big game.
Could lose his job.
That is a big game.
Also, Everton Leicester.
Yeah, that actually defines how the table lines up in terms of top 4. So actually very interesting matches to look forward to in game week 20. But the standout fixture for us, which we feature today as our feature match, is Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool. Tottenham at home, right? Versus Liverpool. Where do we even start, right? Liverpool, since Jurgen Klopp walked into those doors, perhaps they are going through their worst
I think so,
experience. Not scoring in 7 hours of football. It's unheard of.
It's unheard of for Liverpool team. Liverpool's going through a very rough patch. However, that happens to many teams,
especially grounds for them.
Good teams, you know. So I think as we are, of course, considering this match, you never know. We are just on the brink of Liverpool just almost bouncing back. So, they have the potential to just come back anytime. So.
To be honest, everyone knows Mourinho should know best that these guys are just waiting to bounce back. And the worst thing any team can do right now is be the team that gives them the opportunity to bounce back.
And when they bounce back, they bounce back.
They bounce back. It's a proper bounce. And fairness, when you look at that match against Brighton, for example, they were intense. Liverpool were intense in terms of
against Burnley.
Oh yeah, sorry, I meant Burnley. Liverpool were intense in terms of their pressing, but then they were losing some balls. They were losing some balls in the midfield, and then the crosses were not connecting. But then they were more or less the Liverpool that we know without the killer instinct.
Also, their conversion rate has been really poor.
That's the killer instinct I'm talking about. Even when you look at the game against Manchester United,
it has been really poor.
They really came at them. They really came at them, especially in the first 15 minutes of the match. They really came at them, and then they just wasted away, and Manu grew into the game, and so has been the case for their last 4 or 5 fixtures, right? So when they come against Jose Mourinho, what do you expect, or what do you think they should expect?
I'm expecting a low block from Jose Mourinho that is fast.
Sissoko, Ndombele, Hodgberg.
Ndombele has been in good form.
Ndombele
scored a fantastic goal.
Goal of the season contender, man.
Also, this game might be won in midfield. Because Liverpool's midfield right now is facing a few injuries.
Henderson out and Fabinho
centre back.
Well, I think especially for this game, of course Mourinho is going to come. He's a pragmatic manager. He's going to come, of course, sit back. I think Klopp is, of course, going to just look for that.
Yeah,
And
and
bit of finishing for his players.
Son has an advantage over that Liverpool defense because no one there can match him for pace.
Yeah.
So, and Liverpool definitely play a high line.
Yeah.
They definitely play a serious high line.
Counter
So this
that's
game
gonna
is
be
tailor-made. It's tailor-made for Son Kane magic,
Yeah.
as well as maybe the likes of Ndombele and
Bergwijn.
Bergwijn, who can do something special here and there. Alright, so I guess we're predicting doom for Liverpool again.
Well, not entirely.
Not entirely.
But
What's your prediction for this match?
Well, it's a really tight match.
Yeah.
I think in the last, 5 fixtures that these guys have met, it's just been 2-1, 2-0, 1-0.
Yeah.
All Liverpool.
Yeah, and all Liverpool.
Yeah. Actually, Tottenham haven't won
So
in the last 2 seasons.
I would think, for me, Liverpool could bounce back in this.
Yeah.
Probably a 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Personally, I'm going for Spurs 2-1.
Spurs 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that if Liverpool loses this,
Yeah.
they actually get out of it.
Yeah.
They're contending now for Europa League.
Temporarily.
Temporarily, of course, you know. So it's a game to die for.
To be honest, I'm gonna call a draw. I feel like this game is gonna be a draw. Mourinho is going to be so cagey. He won't allow Liverpool those spaces. Liverpool have a problem of scoring, so perhaps maybe they won't score. So I feel like it will be a stalemate. Maybe a 1-1 or a 0-0.
Wow.
But let's wait to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
In terms of FPL value in this game, especially in that Liverpool team, who stands out? Is there any potential? Mo Salah, captain? No?
Right. Maybe I think right now even the threat is
Yeah.
coming from their fullbacks. So maybe Robertson, if
Yeah.
you can afford them.
Yeah.
It's
Liverpool
really
assets?
hard. It's really hard to tell. Of course, I have Salah in my team. I'm thinking of probably whether I should sell him at the moment.
Yeah.
But of course, I want to stick with him
Yeah.
because Salah is Salah. Yeah, Liverpool assets. It's tricky.
It's
a tricky affair.
Okay.
Yeah, but probably especially because of penalties.
Yeah. Salah. Or Harry Kane because of penalties.
Now, Kane or Salah.
Yeah.
You know, whoever. Of course, Liverpool's gonna have most of the game.
Yeah.
So I expect Salah to do the magic.
Okay. Alright, so basically that's it for our feature match for Game Week 20. Tottenham Hotspur facing off against Liverpool. Will Jurgen's Klopp boys finally find their scoring touch? Stay tuned and we see how this will play out. Awesome. Alright, thank you so much for staying tuned this far into the show. We are on our last segment, the Captain Pick segment. So guys, we've chambuad everything there is to chambua. This is the big one, of course.
Yeah.
Captain Picks for Game Week 20. Who are you guys looking at? Who are we putting up as potential favorites, especially for Captain Picks?
I like the look of Bruno.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, of course, a lot of attacking potential from him. However, returns. Returns haven't been
in the
as
last
great.
2 game weeks.
The last 2 or 3 game weeks,
Yeah.
especially based on the number of shots he's had, based on the number of chances he's created,
Yeah.
he should have had more.
Yeah.
And Man United should have converted more. However, I think, of course, this Sheffield United is a great opportunity at home. Man United is at home. And Sheffield United, it's important to know that Egan is out, of course, at the moment. You know, so it is actually a big news for Sheffield United, and possibly Man United could, take advantage of that.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like this week, whoever has a Man United asset, they're gonna be captain.
Yeah.
Be it Bruno, be it Rashford, be it
Cavani, maybe.
be it Pogba, maybe. He seems to have turned on the form. But to be honest, Bruno Fernandes is a favorite.
That's right.
For Game Week 20. I think he'll be the most captain player.
Yeah.
He should be a very obvious pick.
Yeah,
But I've realized of late there is a big risk with a lot of these obvious picks.
Yeah.
Because they end up perhaps
Even
not-
in the double game,
Yeah, they
that's
end up
so
doing the
disappointing.
same thing.
yeah, they end up disappointing.
Yeah.
And when you notice what's happening in that Man United team, as it's happening right now, they are spreading the goals.
Yeah.
You know, so now Pogba is coming in with the goals. Rashford not so much, but then he will pop up with a goal or two.
Cavani
Cavani is
starts
coming
goals.
in with the goals.
Yeah.
So previously it was a Bruno affair. It was a Bruno affair, you know.
Yeah, at least
but
the
now,
whole team is
the
now
goals
fighting.
are coming from other places in the team, and perhaps Bruno is enjoying the break. So let my brothers enjoy.
But it's high time he starts giving us.
So there's always that risk in terms of whoever is the favorite could have that nearly. But then against Sheffield, we expect.
It's so long since Man United had a penalty.
It's been so long actually. Yeah,
I think it's about time.
Yeah, Bruno favorite. You were saying something?
Yeah, I think in the previous game, Sheffield,
Yeah.
this is the same game that he blabbed.
Yeah.
So maybe you could approach it with caution.
Yeah.
Maybe I think Rashford has a better shout than Bruno for this game.
Yeah. Okay. Rashford, Bruno. To be honest, whichever Man United asset you own, most likely I know you'll be captain of them. Besides the Man United assets, any other potential captain option?
Harry Kane, again, like we said in the future match, penalties. Liverpool aren't really on form. We're looking for Kane's on masterclass again. With that defense, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like this is the test for Harry Kane. It's time for him to finally come good in the big matches. He has had a good season, perhaps the standout performer in this season so far, player of the season so far. But then when he comes up against these teams, this quality of teams, he tends to let down. Not just him, but perhaps the entire Tottenham team.
I think even it's how Mourinho sets up for these games.
So I think we expect a big performance from Son and Kane if they have a shout at top 4 or anything bigger this season.
It's quite a cagey game. I'm not really banking on that game.
And actually, this is the best time to play Liverpool. When you look at it, this is the best possible time.
Liverpool.
Although we are seeing that the same start with Man United, and look what happened. We thought they were going to take advantage of that defense, but
not really penetrating.
But I guess United are not putting up the numbers that Tottenham are putting up in terms of scoring goals. So that's something different. But Harry Kane with an outside chance, I think it's not an obvious pick.
That's right.
Any other option?
Sterling in that Man City team.
Actually, now we can talk about differential captains, which brings in the Sterling conversation, and perhaps Mikel Antonio also. He's now fresh and fit. Double game week, 2 goals. Actually, both winners. So between these two guys, who do you think edges it in terms of a good captain option, differential captain option?
I'm going to go for Mikel
Antonio. He has a difficult fixture against Crystal Palace away.
Yeah, it is away. However, we've seen that West Ham are actually nicking points out, like crazy, and they're just getting 2-1s and 1-0s, and you can easily see that Antonio's positioning in that box is actually really good, and Crystal Palace defense can be bullied by that Antonio. Okay.
So you're saying Mikel Antonio is
family
is the better differential option?
Price per million.
We don't know what you're getting in Sterling.
Sterling. You might get the occasional penalty miss, which will cost you more than add value to your team.
Especially that price.
Okay, so basically that settles it. Our captain options are Bruno Fernandes, Harry Kane, and Mikel Antonio against Crystal Palace. But then, of course, maybe Raheem Sterling, depending on those who have the heart for it. So basically that's it for our show today. Thank you so much for staying tuned. As usual, we'll leave you with snapshots of how our teams are shaping up for Game Week 20. We invite you, please interact with us, engage with us on our comment section, on our social media. We'll be interested to hear from you. That's it from us. My name is Dennis Musa.
The ideal guy, Mark Leon Cavalli.
And I'm Manuel Hondo.
Peace out.